Here we go. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna lay down my burden down by the riverside. Study won't no more. Here we go, the B section. I ain't gonna study won't no more. Study won't no more. Study won't no more. I ain't gonna study won't no more. Study won't no more. Study won't no more. Okay, this is, I'm gonna put on my dancing shoes. I'm gonna put on my dancing shoes. Woo! Down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by the riverside. I'm gonna put on my dancing shoes. Down by the riverside, study won't no more. I ain't gonna study won't no more. Study won't no more. Study won't no more. I ain't gonna study won't no more. Study won't no more. Study won't no more. Let's hear from Pablo Cardenas. All right, everybody, you can greet your neighbors. Say hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Thank you all for being here. I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside, down by the riverside, down by, okay, there's the long white robe of forgiveness. I'm gonna put on my long white robe down by the riverside, study won't no more. Wait, one more time to the bridge, ha! I ain't gonna study won't no more. Say the commitment. Study won't no more. Study won't no more. I ain't gonna study won't no more. Study won't no more. Study won't no more. All right.
The Elevate Trio starting us off. Mr. Pablo Cardenas on piano, Peter Dowse on electric bass, and Kelby MacNayr vocals and drums. Let's give them a hand. And of course, the VTC Community Choir in the seats. Way to go. All right, so I'm looking in the crowd, and these are all regulars. We don't have, oh, wait a minute. Have you been here? Is this your first time on a Wednesday? Okay, all right. So, Linda, welcome to Elevate on a Wednesday evening here at VTC. Let's let Linda know how delighted we are that she's here. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. Yay, let's give her a hand. Yeah, no, Linda's been here on Sundays before, and we know each other from other circles. So I'm like, you've been here, but you haven't. So yay. All right, so here we are at Elevate, coming together on a Wednesday evening at VTC, like we do once a week, like we have been for, I don't know, about a year and a half or so. And we're coming together to expand our mind, open our heart, and further activate our soul. And we're doing that because we believe, at least mostly, that there's really only one thing going on. And whatever it is that you call it, whether it's energy, source, spirit, universe, the quantum field, God, love, which is what we like to talk about here at VTC, it really is less important than feeling and embodying the thing. And so that's what we're doing here through the meditation, through the music that we just experienced, and through the community that is building. And so what a gift and what a blessing it is to come together at least once a week, if not more often, to do this expanding, opening, and activating, and to essentially remember who we all are. That if love is the only thing that is going on, that each and every one of us is that love. And not just a little, and not just sometimes on special occasions or on Wednesdays, but all of it all the time. And the thing, the person, the entity that is in charge of how much of that love, that allness, that source we get to experience, it's each and every one of us. No one is deciding for us. We're the ones who get to choose. So right now, here today, in this moment, how much of that allness are you choosing to experience? All of it. There was like a hesitation. Okay, all of it. Fantastic. All right. So let us remember where it is that we are doing this remembering, that we are doing this embodying, that we are on the unceded lands of the Lekwungen peoples, the Songhees and Esquimalt nations. And this month, I pulled a phrase off of the Songhees Nation's website, and it's one that I've used before, and I just thought that it was really, really, really apropos for this month, especially because on Sunday, we are having our 91st AGM, Annual General Meeting, for those people in America who don't know what AGM stands for. And so there is this phrase that says, we are the keepers of the spirit of our ancestors and of the generations to come. We have been here since time immemorial, and we will continue to thrive, which is totally in keeping with our annual theme, which is Here to Thrive in 2025. And so what an amazing reminder and call to action this is, to not only honor what has been, but to honor what we are becoming, what is happening right here, right now, as this community builds itself and opens up to the infinite possibilities of what VTC can look and feel like from one now moment to the next and the next and the next. And everyone here is a part of that. So what a blessing, what a gift, what an opportunity to be able to live and breathe and work and play and co-create on these lands that have been stewarded so reverentially for so long. What a blessing. Haishka. All right, time for some more music, some reflective music. Gentlemen. And just taking a few moments to breathe in the vibrations of those melodies and harmonies and turns of phrase, that beauty and artistry in music. Feeling the lightness of being that is stirred within our souls. Knowing that that lightness, that peace, that spaciousness is always available. Available to be embraced, available to be leaned into, available to be more fully embodied as we allow ourselves to let go of whatever heaviness, whatever weight, whatever it is that has been keeping us feeling stuck or weighed down, as we let that all go. Allowing ourselves to embrace our true nature, that love that we truly are, the love that is the essence of everyone and everything. And so, what a blessing it is to be here now, together in community, witnessing, receiving, opening, expanding, and being further activated as we come together in this one incredible dynamic expression of beingness, of joy, of playfulness, of creativity, of infinite possibilities, knowing that the only thing underneath and behind and at the center of all of that is this one essential, unconditional love, the very essence of all that is, was, and ever will be, and the very foundation for our time together tonight. So for all the love that is present, for all the love that is on its way, I simply say thank you, and yes, please to more, as together we say, and so it is. So just taking a moment to breathe, open your eyes, and then please feel free to acknowledge and appreciate the band. Such a beautiful piece, and I don't know what that was. What was that, Pablo?
It's called Some Time Ago by Bill Evans.
Another Bill Evans tune. Thank you very, very much.
Yeah, it's in 3, but I was playing it in 4/4 for a little while. So.
Okay, so we are in a new month, and our theme for this month is forgiving. And I was thinking about it as being forgiveness, but then I thought, no, I want the gerund in there because this is a state of being and this is an action. This is something that we can do, that we can be, that we can more fully embody. And so there's an affirmation to go with this, which was our meditation this morning, just half an hour ago. As I intentionally release resentment, anger, and revenge about the past, I more consciously embody the certainty that love is my true nature. And so I'm going to invite everyone to stand up. And you don't need to belt this one out, but I am going to ask you to just really, really lean into this affirmation. What is it here that is speaking to you? What is it that is stirring something within you? And then just open up to however it is that it wants to be expressed, knowing that everything is energy. And every time we say something, every time we think something, every time we breathe, we are so interconnected and divinely intertwined with everyone and everything. So feet wide apart, heart open. Let's take a deep breath in. And as I intentionally release resentment, anger, and revenge about the past, I more consciously embody the certainty that love is my true nature. All right, go ahead and sit down. All right, now that was neat. That was probably one of the few times where I heard different people doing different things, and that was really kind of cool. So, forgiving. What is that stirring up in people? what is this affirmation? And I purposely, I thought, like this, because there's a class. Some of you have signed up for it. There's a class that's starting next Saturday called Forgiveness, the Path to Genuine Compassion and Radical Acceptance. And so a lot of my talks this month and next month are going to be informed by the class and the books that we're using. But I really want to get into it. This class is not just a book study. It is not just doing some readings and then getting together and discussing. This is work. This is actually like taking a look at who or what in my life do I still need to forgive? Is there something I need to be forgiven for? And doing the work to really dig into that. And so I wanted to put some big things in there like resentment, anger, and revenge, which can totally come, with being hurt and wanting someone to like you want to stick it to them, right? Anyway, so I'm curious, what's coming up for someone? Who has something that they would like to share? And I don't know if I'm supposed to be looking at Keely. Oh, Liz has got her hand up. Okay. Mahoney, is this mic on? You're welcome.
Well, this forgiving is very apropos to when you asked us what came up for us in the meditation was, as I said to Wyatt, was acceptance, which is a form of forgiving. And it's been a bit of a repeating theme for me over this past while as things have come up. And so I can't say that I've ever really felt vengeful about any particular thing in the past, but certainly resentment or anger. And I kind of tend to think of myself as a laissez-faire about things, but with that repeating theme, which sort of initiated with the last 9D, I guess it's definitely something that's very big in my life right now. So this will be a good month.
Right on, Liz. Thank you. All right. Who would like to share after Liz? Stephanie.
So Keely and I were talking about this. What I notice is there's some things I can forgive quite easily. And there's like that deep level of acceptance. And then there's certain things that just like feels like it has a hold. And what often comes up for me is I think about it's like mind trickery that it somehow protects you to hold on to the revenge or the resentment. And really, every time I look, I'm the one suffering when I don't forgive. So that's what just came up. It's like there's some things that I don't have very many of them. There's maybe one or two, and it's around relationship. So this will be. I'm really excited, and I'm open to seeing what shows up this month and looking at this more deeply. Yeah. So thank you, Lesia.
All right, excellent, thank you. And so some of you are signed up for the class. If you're not signed up for the class, then what I invite you to do, if you don't have it already, is get the Book of Forgiving by Bishop Desmond Tutu and read it. Like even if you're not in the class, like read it this month, because that's what a lot of the talks are going to come out of, that and the class experience. Keely.
Well, forgiveness or forgiving, I find it can feel really dense sometimes because some of the things that come up can be attached to so many different things, like so many different things. And depending on how those parts of you were met when you were an out-of-control child, it can make it really hard to see that that part of you, or that part of life has love there, or that has something meaningful in some way. And yeah, like Stephanie was saying, seeing how you can let go of those barriers and those illusions that you place over things that tell you that forgiving or letting go of something is bad and it's not going to help you. When it's like, I've found in every experience, when I'm holding on to something and then I finally let it go, even if it's not the result that I think I should have had, I still gain something from it, and that can be just strength and wisdom, and that's always enough. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you. Some really fantastic shares at the beginning of the month. Looking forward to seeing what happens as we move through this theme. Actually, yeah, I can just leave it there. Through this theme, through this month. So thank you for your presence, for your attention, and yeah, we'll just keep going. So it is time for some more music now. The feature tune with the Elevate Trio. Thank you, gentlemen.
Well, thank you for those very meaningful, inspiring shares. This is a song that to me is a little bit about forgiveness and also just expectation. When I think about forgiveness, one thing I notice is that sometimes I have to just forgive other people of my own expectations. And then the other thing that was really coming up for me was, even if I think I can forgive other people, there's lots of layers where I have to forgive myself. And that's like, ooh, that's a sticky area I try to avoid. But this song kind of speaks to that a little bit for me. Is that still my beat? A long time ago, about 1,000,000 years BC, the best things in life were absolutely free, but no one appreciated a moon that was always new, and no one congratulated a sky that was always blue. What are the next words?
Planet that they...
What is it? What is it?
Planet that they would banish.
Wait, what?
Plan that they would banish.
Oh, yeah. So it was planned that they would vanish now and then, expectation. And you must pay, maybe that's forgiveness, to get them back again. That's what storms were made for. And you needn't be afraid. If you know it, sing along. For every time it rains, a penny's from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains a penny's from heaven? You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Trade it for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So when you hear thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and for me. about Peter? That's Peter Dowse. Every time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune falling all over town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Turn it to a package of sunshine flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have shower. So when you hear thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and for me. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and for me. All right.
All right. Thank you, the Elevate Trio, Pablo, Peter, and Kelby. Thank you so much. Pennies from heaven. Anybody have any pennies lying around anymore? Yeah? Yeah, I don't think we do. Yeah? Okay, so back to the affirmation. As I intentionally release resentment, anger, and revenge about the past, I more consciously embody the certainty that love is my true nature. And so what I want to offer you is that the last portion, the last phrase, the certainty that love is my true nature, that is a phrase that is on our new VTC value compass that is going to be unveiled by Sherry at the AGM. Another reason to come to the AGM, which is one of our outward-facing statements on this incredible, amazing value compass. So this value compass is going to be a thing that we're going to be able to use as sort of, the anchor and reminder of who and what VTC is right here, right now, and what it is that is important to us, what it is that we value, what it is that we're grounded and founded in. And one of the things is that we live with the certainty that love is our true nature. So I wanted to put that in there because for the last several weeks, as I knew that I was going to be teaching this class on forgiveness, I've been working through what am I going to work through in this class. And there isn't a lot for me that I'm aware of anyway right now. We actually had someone on Sunday get up during the share and offer that her ex-husband died suddenly a few days ago, and she was surprised how she responded when he died, because she figured that, everything's been sort of like sorted and taken care of, and there was a bunch of stuff that came up, and she was like, wow, there's still stuff there that I need to address. And so she's like looking forward to the forgiveness class. But for me, there's one person in my family who is someone that I love so much and think is the bee's knees, and for most of our relationship, there's like, it's been in and out like this, but sort of like this, and I don't want to live with that anymore. And whether it means that somehow we can come together and have in an authentic, good feeling relationship for both of us, or whether it in the end is a relationship that ends up being released. I don't know at this stage, but I know that this is an important relationship to me and something that I really want to work through. And part of it for me is that there's something that this individual says that I did that I don't even remember that this person has been carrying for 15 years and finally told me about it a few months ago. And my first thing was like, wow, it took 15 years to be able to finally voice that. But then there's a lot of anger in me and a lot of resentment and a lot of like how much time has been wasted, and there were so many different ways that you could have said something and maybe we could have done something and whatever. So this idea of revenge, like that's in there for me, and it doesn't feel really good, but like it's in there. And so I'm working through what it is that, I'm going to work through with this particular individual. And then there's also stuff that has happened in this community in the last 18 months since I came on, which has been extremely challenging. And so wanting to work through that, to just move forward in love and light, knowing that that's who and what everyone is, knowing that that's what this community is, and just wanting to move past, the stuff kind of thing. So all of this, thinking about how this forgiveness class that I'm going to teach and the work that I'm doing, that I want to do together with the people who are going to be participating in this class, brought me back to the IKEA bag. And I can't remember if I've talked about this here or not. I did a search in my files, and there wasn't anything that came up. So forgive me if I'm repeating myself at only a year and a half in. But I thought this is a really, really good illustration. So many years ago, when Glenn and I were still doing our podcast every other week, we had our friend, now he's like double Reverend, double Doctor R2D2, he's affectionately called, Jonathan Zenz. And it's still one of my favorite conversations. It went on for like 2.5, maybe 3 hours or something. And at one point, he was telling us about a Sunday talk that he did where he used the IKEA bag as an illustration. And so who here is familiar to use those wackadoodle bags? I don't know who designed them, but they're these big, I don't even know what that material is, with these thin little ropey handles, right? And they're like, how are you supposed to carry them? So like you're putting things in as you're walking through. It's like, oh, this, that, whatever. They're weird shapes. Nothing is designed to actually fit in that bag. How do you sling it, over one shoulder, right? And the more you're putting in there, the more you're walking around and it's digging in and whatever, right? This is life, right? Like we have an IKEA bag that we put things into a lot of times unconsciously, and we're dragging this bag around with us as it starts to drag us, along with it, literally pulling us out of alignment. Not just mental, not just spiritual, not just emotional, but physical alignment, because there's all of this stuff that is weighing us down in this weirdo, flimsy bag with the handles that are cutting into our shoulders, right? And so my talk title today is, What's in Your IKEA Bag? Okay? And I really want you to consider, what is it that is in this bag that you're dragging around with you? Are you even aware that you have a bag that you're dragging around with you? Because a lot of times we're going through life and we're not aware, right? Like research shows that 95% of the time, we are doing things by rote. We are doing things based on memory. We are doing things based on whatever we did the day before, the day before, the day before, without consciously thinking about it, without consciously trying to do something different. And then there's that other 5% of the time, 5-ish, where we are consciously thinking, where we are trying to do something different. And then we start to wonder, why, if I'm working so hard this 5% of the time using my conscious mind, am I not experiencing something different? Well, guess what? There's all of this stuff that has been amassed, that is present in your subconscious mind. Let's call it the IKEA bag, which is just there. Right? And if it's something that you have been dragging along your entire life without even being aware of it, without even really knowing what's in there, what has to happen? We have to pull that bag out into the open. We have to open it up, and we have to start doing some inventory and figuring out, do I want to keep this or do I want to get rid of it? Is this something that is life-affirming, or is it time to let it go? And so that's what this IKEA bag question is all about. And so in the Book of Forgiving, for those who aren't familiar, this one here that we're using for the class, Bishop Desmond Tutu and his daughter Reverend Mpo Tutu write, "People are not born hating each other and wishing to cause harm. It is a learned condition. Children do not dream of growing up to be rapists or murderers, and yet every rapist and every murderer was once a child." Kind of a heavy-duty statement, right? But so true, and really, really illustrates how important it is for us to be aware of how we are living our life, what it is that we have in this IKEA bag that maybe we didn't even put things into, but like our parents did, you know, our society, our teachers, the people around us, the generations before us, and how all of that can impact our life experience, and what it is that we sort of take in and just sort of accept and don't even think about it. But every single moment we can, right? And one of the biggest things that we teach in New Thought is personal responsibility. That every single moment we are creating our life experience based on how we use our mind, and I like to say how we open up our heart. Hurt, insult, harm, and loss are inevitable aspects of our lives. Psychology calls it trauma. And it often leaves deep scars on our souls. However, it is not the trauma itself that defines us. It is the meaning we make of our experience that defines both who we are and who we ultimately become. So we can have this bag with all of this stuff in here. Is it the stuff that is informing our experience? Well, yeah, it kind of is, but it's more the meaning that we give the stuff. And if we're not even aware of what it is that is in the bag, what is the meaning being attached to? Like, we got to get clear, right? Because all of that stuff, it's making a difference in how we experience our lives. But the reason it's making a difference is because we give it some kind of meaning. We give it some kind of value, whether we are aware of it or not. And if we're wearing that IKEA bag and we're hunched over or it's digging into our shoulders, it's no wonder that we're going to see a chiropractor, that we're going, to ballet class, or that we're going for massages or something like that, so that we can come back into alignment, because all of these thoughts and beliefs and stories and narratives that are in this IKEA bag of life are literally weighing us down and pulling us out of alignment. So what are we putting in our bag? And are we doing so consciously or unconsciously? And are we knocking ourselves out of alignment, or are we coming back into alignment as we put things in the bag? Hanging on to anger and resentment, living in a constant state of stress, can damage the heart as well as the soul. And so this kind of goes back to, the affirmation that we have about resentment, anger, and revenge, and about being able to release it. Because what happens when you hold on to resentment, anger, and revenge, it's not doing anything to the other person. It is weighing you down. It is cutting into your shoulder. It is knocking out alignment of your being, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, and physically. Each of us will experience sadness, pain, anger, or shame, or a combination of any of these. Now comes the moment of choice. Personal responsibility, right? Although for most of us, our reactions are so habitual, 95% of the time, not thinking consciously about what we're choosing, we don't even realize we have a choice. And so it is so, so, so important to remember that no one is living our life for us. No one can walk the forgiveness path for us. No one can do anything for us, because even if we're not aware of it, we are choosing every single moment of every single day. And so our job is to become more aware, to know consciously what it is that we are choosing and to keep choosing consciously and working at it so that ultimately that 95% of the time where we're just kind of doing things by rote, it's because that bag is so filled with life-affirming, positive ideas and stories and narratives that they are going to carry us in full alignment into the most amazing, fulfilling, engaging, vibrant, and dynamic life that we could possibly live. That's what we want to be putting in our IKEA bag. But most of the time, we got to choose to do so consciously because all the stuff that's in there, a lot of it was put in unconsciously and not even by us. So forgiveness is a choice. Now, here's the other thing to remember about forgiveness being a choice and the resentment and anger and revenge part. There is no amount of resentment or anger or revenge that you could entertain that will ever undo whatever it is that caused that anger and revenge and resentment to bubble up in the first place. Never. No matter how much you hate someone, no matter how much you want them to suffer the way that they've made you suffer, no matter how much you want to show them, it's never, ever going to give you the peace and the calm and the spaciousness that you ultimately desire. And here's the super cool thing. They don't have to do anything. They don't even need to apologize, although sometimes an apology would be nice. But they don't have to do any of that because your life experience is entirely up to you. It's not about what someone else says or does. It is your choice. What are you going to place in this bag, and then what are you going to carry along with you? Because as we know, what we focus on expands. And so do we want to continue focusing on the anger, the resentment, and the revenge? Well, maybe if it's the Count of Monte Cristo, which is an amazing story. But no, we don't. We want to focus on peace and love and understanding. You know, our values, openness, commitment, authenticity, and love. The 4 main VTC values, right? To forgive is also to release yourself from whatever trauma and hardship you have experienced and reclaim your life as your own. The invitation to forgive is an invitation to find healing and peace. Forgiveness feels as if a weight has been lifted off you and you are free to let go of the past and move forward in your life. Chances are we're going to get hurt. Chances are we're going to hurt someone along the way. And it is up to us how we navigate that hurt, whether we're on the receiving end or we're on the giving end. Because none of us were born thinking, man, I'm going to stick it to some people, in this lifetime. It's learned behavior, it's conditioning, and we get to uncondition that through the forgiveness process. So my questions to you are, what's in your IKEA bag? And are you ready to start unloading it so that you can let go of the past and move forward in life more freely, peacefully, and lovingly for yourself, for others, and our world? Thank you, and so it is. All right, time for some conscious conversation. So I invite you guys to get into little groups of 3 or 4 with your chairs. Have about 10 minutes to talk, and I will ding the meditation bowl when it's time to come back. Thank you. All right, everyone. I see you're having really, really engaged conversations, but I'm going to ask you to come on back. I'm just going to say thank you to people watching online. So hello to Pat, who's not feeling super hot, so thank you for tuning in online. Hello to Dax. I can't remember where Dax is tuning in from, Port Alberta, I think. Hello to Winnie, who apparently is in Edmonton. And hello to someone new. I don't recognize this name, Mike Sawchuk. Thank you for the comments. I'll be responding to them later. Thank you for tuning in online, everyone. That's awesome. All right, so now where is the abundance blessing box? Here we go. You are beautiful. All right, choose a blessing and pass it on, please. It's like your spiritual kind of fortune cookie message. All right, so how's everyone feeling? Excellent. Oh, that's a big sigh of relief. That's it. Wow, okay. Fabulous. Okay, well, however it is that you're feeling, all of the goodness that you're feeling right now, feeling better than you did when you walked in, that's the whole point of coming together for Elevate. So thank you for being here tonight. And now is when you guys get to share some of your generosity. So if you like what's happening here at Elevate, if you want to see more of this kind of programming at VTC, if you want us to be able to give more freely in other organizations in and around the city, then now's your opportunity to do so. Several different ways that it can be done so, including online off our website. However you are choosing to share your generosity of spirit, I invite you to place your hands on your heart as we declare this abundance blessing with enthusiasm together. In gratitude I give, in gratitude I receive. By embracing generosity with enthusiasm and delight, I celebrate the infinite possibilities of living life lovingly, and so it is. Prayer. If you or someone you know is in need of prayer, please fill out a prayer request form and stick it in the little butterfly box back there. Otherwise, always you can email prayers@victoriatruthcenter.org. We have a VTC prayer team. We will pray for you and yours affirmatively. If you aren't already on the newsletter, best way to be in the flow of the know with what's happening here at VTC. And community announcements. First and third Sundays here, 6:30 to 9 p.m., Authentic Relating with either Bernice or Robbie. And is there anyone in the community that has something that they have going on that they would like to share, that they would like to invite people to? No. Okay, then I'm going to invite the Elevate Trio to come back up to the stage. And we're going to sing Holy, Holy Way. This is a great call and response song. Does anyone here? There aren't too many Sunday people here. Okay. Yeah, it's super easy. And you guys are going to be the red. So I'm going to sing, then you're going to sing. Me, you. Me, you, me, you. Okay? And there's only two different melodies that you're going to sing. And actually, I should get the other mic. So repeat after me. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Thank you. Follow along with Kelby. Kelby's going to do it. Okay, so let's try that again. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
All right, and the other part is, oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way. And that's essentially the song. So the reason that we're singing this this month is because this is one of my favorite New Thought musicians, Rickie Byars. She used to be married to Michael Bernard Beckwith from Agape in Los Angeles. And she is a star and so prolific with the music. But this song, it's all about just being in alignment, just being like totally unwaveringly like, this is who and what I am, this is how I'm living. And so for our month of forgiving, this is our North Star, all right? Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh,
Bless your neighbor for the week. Watching you. Everyone, come on back.
Looks like we're going to go the major part. So play major when she starts singing.
All right, everyone, ready? Here we go. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing.
Let me share all the good that's overflowing.
Oh, let me care for those around the world.
Let me care for those around the world.
Oh, let my steps reveal the path of peace.
Let my steps reveal the path of peace.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Pablo Cardenas, Peter Dowse, and Kelby MacNayr, the Elevate Trio, VTC Community Choir in the seats. Oh, I love this tune, and I'm loving how it's going to build throughout the month. I can feel it. All right, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here in person, online, however you were with us tonight. We love you. We appreciate you. We're so glad you're here. We will see you next week.